Hey everyone, welcome to episode 48 of Diary of a Multifaceted Mama. It has been a little bit of a while since I did my last recording. I had actually intended to do it last week. I had it on my calendar, but a few things needed to shift, and so I adjusted accordingly. And so I'm hopping on here today because there have been things that have been on my mind as mom, as therapist, as mentor, as wife, as woman, just a bunch of different things. And this whole year, this whole 2023 has been a lot of refining for me. Reminding, reflecting, refining. And as we refine, we expand. And I just see that time and time again. I've seen that not just with myself, but with so many other people. How we handle the refinement really impacts whether or not we're going to learn and grow and expand from it. So anyway, I've just continued along the ebb and flow of that process of trying my best to be present. Since I've had my fourth, she just turned 11 months, I will tell you, I have had a harder time coming back into some of the practices that have helped me be intentional and really focused for years prior to now. And that meant for me a lot of things, but one of those things was a little bit of a reset for me. And if you're familiar with me or my work, I wrote the book, The Reset, A High Achiever's Guide to Freedom and Fulfillment, a roadmap to getting unstuck. So that resetting is very familiar for me. However, the way that we reset each time, even though the concepts are the same, the principles are generally the same, the reset process, the experience of it is different, right? And that's a good thing, because I think we're meant to learn and grow in different ways in different seasons of our lives. So I was doing a presentation for some women in business last week, and this actually struck me as I was preparing for that presentation in a different way, that I am refining to reset. I have been refining to reset how I want to approach being me and embodying all of these different roles and responsibilities in my life in this time period. And if you've listened to any of my other vlogs, I've been talking about this probably for the past several ones, because it really is pulling me in. I can't deny it. It's there, and it seems really relevant and really important to me. Because we can't always, even if things were working for us the way that we were doing them before, even if they got us really great results, right? Like the way that we were doing them before, it is not going to work that way forever and ever more, right? We don't just find the magic pill, take it once, and then boom, life is smooth forever. There is always another opportunity in some way, shape, or form in some area of our life for us to refine and grow in some way. And so I've been feeling into that, thinking into that, just doing some reflecting on that. And I'm feeling really good about it. I don't feel all of that confusion that I had felt for a few months. I feel much more clear. I don't feel fully clear, but I feel content. I feel satisfied with the clarity that I have gained, that it has allowed me, it's provided some relief for me to not focus on certain things that I noticed my attention was getting pulled in, and I was getting confused about. Should I be focusing there? Do I want to be focusing there? Sometimes I want to, sometimes I don't. What is happening? What is going on? Right? And if you are a fellow business owner and parent, you can probably resonate, right? Where do I want to focus? Should I be focusing there? Am I focusing in the direction? All of these questions I can come up with, all of the different things that need to get attended to, because there will always be something that needs our attention. There is always going to be something that needs to get done or needs tending to, or needs to be fixed or figured out. Like there will always, if we look for it, we'll find it. Like there's something, right? But we're not always supposed to be doing that. Like, just because it's there doesn't mean that we're always supposed to be focused in on that. And so I'm allowing myself to breathe into that, to trust that if and when, that next thing occurs for me to tend to, or to fix or figure out whatever it is, I'm going to trust that process. And I will absolutely, of course, navigate that. I'm not going to just ignore it, but the time is not right now. And I think sometimes we need to hear that. Like sometimes we forget that maybe the time is not right now for us to take action. Maybe the time is not right now for us to try to master everything or do everything or get everything done. Maybe the time is not right now. And is that okay? Like, can we allow some space and acceptance for that to be okay? And I'm breathing into that, and I'm feeling that, and I'm trusting that. And that definitely is feeling good to me, because I do feel like I am focused my attention in a much more deliberate and intentional way than it had been when I was feeling all of that confusion. And that makes sense, because if we're feeling confusion or anxiety or overwhelm or fear, or anything along those lines, we can't really get clear on what to focus on. And so we feel like we're focusing on a bunch of different things or nothing at all at the same time. And that's frustrating. So I'm not feeling that, quite as much now. I will say that some of the things that I was doing in my day-to-day life before having this fourth baby were things that had helped me elevate and maintain a lot of the progress with my overall well-being, like meditation, just daily mindfulness, deep, meaningful, true appreciation, not like that fake and forced stuff, daily reflections, walking every day, yoga every day or almost every day, a bunch of things, right? I don't have the capacity to do all of those things in the same way that I was doing them before. And so I did today do some of them, and I let that be okay. I let that be enough. And I also felt appreciation for the fact that I showed up for that, even though it needed to look different than maybe I hoped it would look or thought it would look or than it used to look. And I've been messing around with this for a little while now. Like when I first had the baby, probably for like this first 4 to 6 months, I was messing around with it in different ways, and I was doing different things and I was trying out different things. But then I kind of felt frustrated. Like I was like, why is my capacity not the same or at least not the way I want it to be for doing all of these things that I used to do to care for myself in all of these ways? Like I was feeling a little bit frustrated. So I stepped back from it. I was like, I just need rest. And so I wasn't really doing much of it with any consistency. I was still doing it here and there, but not really with the consistency that I know makes a big difference. And so with this release and relief that I've been feeling for maybe like a week or so, it's helped me. Like it's helped me to be able to say the capacity that I have right now is good. It is more than enough. And if I honor that, if I show up for that in a way that's compassionate, then I will be able to incorporate some of these pieces that allow me to take care of myself in a different, healthier, better way. And so that's the mindset that I've been practicing, and it really has been helpful. So I'm feeling much more peace, much more attunement in my day-to-day life, especially that within the past like 24-ish hours, I'm feeling it much more deeply. And I've been setting that intention for myself as well. A few days within this past week, I've been like, my intention is to experience more peace and attunement in my day-to-day, in my moment-to-moment, in this particular day, in this particular moment. And that's been really helpful too. I try to set intentions for how I want to experience things. And when I do, it is helpful. When I don't, I can feel the difference. So I wanted to hop on here today to say that wherever you're at, maybe you're in a reset, maybe you're coming to the close of a particular reset, maybe you're beginning a reset, maybe you're craving a reset, maybe things are going really well and you are ready for more, and so it's a different kind of amplified reset. Wherever you're at, that maybe, even if it's not exactly where you think you should be or want to be, maybe it's okay right now that you're there, because where you're at right now is a starting point for the next place, the next thing, the next experience, the next movement, whatever that might be for you. And so if we make it bad or wrong now, it actually keeps us stuck longer, makes us feel stagnant or worse longer, and it withholds that relief or that clarity that we're desiring. So I'm feeling that, wanted to share that here today. Hope it's helpful for you. I'll be hopping back on for our next episode within the next week is my plan. I have some exciting things down the pike, because with new gained clarity, oftentimes comes some insight about the next step to take, and that is exactly what has happened for me. So stay tuned if you're interested. I think that you will be excited about some of the things that I am going to be sharing. Till next time, y'all.